can Aaron Rodgers do to lead the pack to victory tomorrow?
Put on one of those epic performances. And listen, the only reason we think Green Bay has a chance is because 12 is playing quarterback. Let's make no mistake about it, because the Arizona Cardinals, if I want to tell everybody out there in the world, are a really good football team. I know it's not popular. I know it's not something that everybody wants to accept. But the Arizona Cardinals are a top team in the NFL. They are elite in a lot of ways in what they do from a team perspective. But because Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, and because he's figured these type of things out before, and because we know he raises his level of play when he's asked to raise his level of play outside of how phenomenal he is in between the lines and what he does, that is why we still have this idea that this could be pulled off by the Packers. Now here, I gotta put this out here, Molly. I didn't have them winning if Devontae was playing. I didn't have the Green Bay Packers winning this game if he was playing. Because I think the Arizona Cardinals are a better football team. I believe Kyler Murray can go toe-to-toe with any quarterback in the NFL right now. And when you look at the construct of this team, offensively and defensively, the Cardinals I'm talking about, they do it on both sides of the ball. I think they are a more complete team than the Green Bay Packers as a whole. But we've seen Aaron Rodgers do this. I've been on the other side as a defensive player when we were like, they are hamstrung by guys that are missing. They are hamstrung because he's not fully healthy. And it's a throw here and a throw there to shape shift the game and give his team an opportunity to win. And don't let him have the damn ball at the end of the game and you need a scoring drive to win. I don't care if me, you, and S.A. out there playing wide receiver. He going to figure out a way to get to the end zone. This is going to have to be a heavy dose of Aaron Rodgers being phenomenal, elite, looking like the best quarterback that we've ever seen in the NFL, as your man like to say, because I know it's about to come, so I'm going to pass the mic to him. But the bottom line is this. If the Packers are going to win, we'll note this as one of Aaron Rodgers' most epic performances of not only this season, probably that we've seen in a long time, even including his MVP season last year.
Well, first of all, Swagoo, I want to thank you for showing just yet another phenomenal skill that you have. I didn't know you could dance around like Fred Astaire, the late Gregory Hines, Michael Jackson, and everybody else in between. God rest their wonderful souls. I mean, this is what it is. This is what it is.
I know. He better be careful what comes out of his mouth right now, because I'm listening.
Please, I ain't worried about no Molly Q, okay? No Molly Q. It ain't phasing me, Miss UConn.
All right, let's go. Let's hear what you got to say about this.
How's those Purdue games with UConn? How's that going for you? Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that, let me say this, Swagoo. I mean, prayer is an option. Prayer is always an option, okay? And I think that's where we need to go with the Green Bay Packers. I had Arizona winning the game myself, okay? But here's the reality of the situation. Aaron Rodgers is phenomenal. He's a bad man. You know I know that. I'm the one that invented that phrase. But here's the deal. He's never been successful throwing it to himself. Neither has any other quarterback. Devontae Adams is out. Lazard is out. All you got is Tunyon and Randall Cobb. And, I mean, Scantlin's out. I mean, he ain't got any receivers. And so, to me, there's two elements here. Prayer. And the other thing is Aaron Jones averaging 4.5 yards a carry
100%.
Against an 18th ranked defense against the run. Arizona is stout getting to the quarterback. They're stout against the pass. They're top three. They're stout in points allowed. But running the football, you apparently can do that on Arizona a little bit. I think it needs to breed from that. And if Aaron Jones is running the football effectively, then obviously that's going to assist in receivers getting open, because you're going to have to load the box a little bit to prevent the run from happening. And that'll give them a better chance to get open, since you don't have both Devontae Adams and Lazard available to you, nor Scantlin. I think that's the hope. Aaron Jones got to be a key tonight.
I was just trying to figure out how long you was going to Shumpert this tape.
Wait, are you just going to let him go with this? Like, because this annoys me.
He going to tell me I'm dancing.
No, because this is the guy, like, president of the fan club,
Molly,
#1. You hear other people.
He's building in excuses. He's building in excuses.
Absolutely.
Because I promise you, I promise you, this is what I can promise. If it was the Cowboys, he'd be laughing. He'd be
Hold on,
laughing.
no. Totally
yeah,
true.
you would.
Hold on,
yeah, you would.
I said totally true. You're not listening. I said you're absolutely right. But just because I would be laughing doesn't mean I would negate the fact that you're bereft of weapons because they're out to injuries. I would just laugh over the fact that you're out. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't lie about it. I would just be laughing about
I sat
it.
here
That's
all
all.
last year.
That's all. That's all.
I sat here all
about
last year and watch you go crazy with the whole damn team being hurt.
Hold on. I laughed. I didn't say they weren't hurt. I didn't sit up there and say no excuse. I laughed. I laughed because I enjoyed the fact that they were struggling. I didn't deny it.
He loved this man so much,
Aaron
Molly.
Rodgers so much, he should be
loved
picking
him so much.
Right?
Time out.
He loved
He
him.
should be covering a multitude of sins on the field.
First of all, Molly, I mean, I'm sort of getting taken aback by your tone. I mean, you're talking about at me a little bit loud. Could you lower the volume just a touch, Molly, please? Please. Thank you very much. That's number one. That's number one.
Annoy me a little.
That's
with your
number one.
takes.
That's number one. Number two, and more importantly, here's the deal. I never said anybody's going 16-0. You're going to lose some games. I had Arizona winning this game anyway. All I'm saying is, in order to win it, we talked about how can Aaron Rodgers pull off a win. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.